On the day I donated my kidney, I never thought my wife, Rebecca Tanner, would cut open her own heart and confess her regrets. After all, she had staged her own death in a bombing. Also, she and Mason Sanders could test my loyalty. All she left me was $2 billion in gambling debt and a contract selling me into slavery. The creditor said they would leave her body in the grave and spare it from being fed to the hyenas. But to do that, I had to sign a contract with my blood and become their pet from then on. After that, I was locked in an iron cage beneath an underground fighting ring. By day, they chained me up and forced me to lick the blood from the winner's shoes. At night, they injected me with drugs and threw me into the fighting ring, turning me into a living toy for the wealthy to bet on. One broken rib doubled the stakes. One lost tooth added another $10,000. When I heard that my parents had been stripped and thrown into the mouth of a volcano alive, I broke completely. Covered in blood, I snapped the iron chain and rushed to the volcano. Instead, I found my dead wife gently lighting Mason's cigarette. Mason puffed out a ring of smoke and sneered. "We still have 10 seconds left on the bet, Rebecca. You've lost." I froze as my mind went blank. Rebecca stood there, disappointment written all over her face. She was supposed to have been blown to pieces 5 years ago. "You couldn't even wait for another 10 seconds, Ethan?" she sneered. "Is your love always this cheap? I've finally seen what kind of man you are, thanks to Mason agreeing to make this bet with me." My ears rang. My voice stuck inside me. "What bet?" "A bet on your loyalty." Rebecca's tone was relaxed, as if chatting about something ordinary. "The explosion 5 years ago was staged. I just wanted to see if you'd stay loyal." Before she could finish, bodyguards carried 2 stretchers over. I rushed forward, hands shaking so badly it took forever to peel back the white sheets. When I saw my parents' charred bodies, my legs gave out. I dropped to my knees, unable to force out a single tear. Mason hid behind Rebecca, his voice trembling. "I only wanted to play a game and let the wolves out. I didn't think they would hurt Ethan's parents. When I saw them mauled beyond recognition and crying in pain, I couldn't bear it, so I helped free them from suffering. Who knew they would look so ugly when they died?" I charged at him in a rage, but bodyguards kicked me to the ground. Rebecca covered Mason's eyes, glancing coldly at the bodies. "How disgusting. Get rid of them now." The car pulled into the most expensive neighborhood in the city. The owner of the underground fighting ring, where I had spent 5 years licking shoes, bowed to Rebecca, smiling. "Don't worry, miss. Those 2 old husks have already been thrown into the volcano. Not even ashes are left. Nothing will be traced back to Mason." I turned to run outside, but Rebecca grabbed me. "They've already been burned to ashes. What else do you want? Are you trying to disgust Mason on purpose?" Every drop of blood went cold. I looked at the face I knew so well and no longer recognized. "Did you arrange everything over the past 5 years?" My voice trembled. "Did you kill my parents too?" She pushed me away, taking out a wet wipe to clean her fingers one by one. "It was just a bet. You shouldn't have played if you couldn't handle it. If Mason hadn't taken pity on you, you wouldn't even have the right to stand here." A smile appeared on my face. I laughed until my whole body trembled. Mason whispered, "Has he gone crazy with happiness?" Happiness? Was I supposed to be happy that I took on $2 billion in debt because of her death and sold myself out like a pet? Happy that I broke my ribs 7 times and lost 4 teeth just to pay off the debt from her fake death? Or happy that wolves mauled my parents to death, their bodies burned to nothing, while I had to thank their killers? A sharp pain tore through my chest. I fell to my knees and coughed up a mouthful of blood. Mason recoiled in fear. Rebecca pulled him into her arms, glaring at me. "Ethan, you're still as pathetic as ever." She ordered the bodyguards to drag me to the river and wash the blood from my body. I thought of the medical report I received yesterday. 1 month left to live, at most. I had planned to take my parents back to my hometown once I was free, then find a quiet place to scatter my wife's ashes. There was nothing left. I took the soggy business card from my pocket and made the call. "Does your son still need a kidney? You can have mine."